We will start with lesson 1. It's about the materials we need in our painting lesson. We start with a board, a painting board. I have a synthetic one, but it can also be a wooden one with one white side. It must be white because it is reflecting through the colors, so the colors stay transparent. So we have a painting board. Then we need paper. This is a very good paper. It's about 150 grams and 40 centimeters and 30. We can put it here. And we need water, a water jar. It's very nice. If it is from glass, then you can look through it, because there happens a lot in the water with the colors. Then we need a sponge to wet the paper. I will demonstrate. And we need a brush to paint with. There are several ones you can buy and use. There's one with cow hair. It is softer. It is both 22 millimeter. I prefer the one with pig's hair because it is very flexible, and it's when you press it, well, it's coming back like that. So you have the feeling, more the feeling than with this brush. If you are painting, you have more contact with the paper. We don't use it in this way. You can demonstrate the children, the pupils. This is softer, so you don't hurt the paper. You can ask the children, why such a big piece of wood here? Let's save the trees. Why is this here, this part? Then you can do this balance exercise with the children. You see, if you hold the brush here, it is perfect in balance. So we have the balance with the brush, so we can hold our hand here and we have a perfect balance. Children like to have it here, and they start pressing too much. Or from a distance, like this painting. So we ask the children, we teach the children to keep their hand, the fingers here. That's very good for the painting. Then we have, of course, the colors. It is watercolor. There's a connection between water and the pigments of the yellows, the reds and the blues. Before the Earth phase, it was called by Steiner the moon phase. And during the moon phase, there was the creation of the color. By pressure of the water, the colors were connected to the water. So therefore, we use watercolors because it's a natural fact. Here we have the color names. The lemon yellow, the golden yellow, the vermilion red, the carmine red, the ultramarine blue and the Prussian blue. The first one and the last one, they give a very clear, nice green. And if you're looking for a violet, these two are very nice to use. Normally I put it in this way on the table because the yellows get very soon dirty if you are painting and you use also the other colors. So the yellow is very close and you can take care of it. Then we have a small towel to dry the paper at the end. So, let's start. How to wet the paper. The children in grade 1 or even the 5 years old children in kindergarten can use this by themselves. So, quite a lot of water needs the paper. And often it is running down, but it doesn't matter. They have to learn it. It's nice to have this water and this sponge in your hand to develop the senses. Now you will spread out the water. Don't press too much, otherwise you hurt the paper. So you make one side very wet. Then you just turn it around and you see it's going in this way. Because the paper expands if you wet it. The back side or the front side, it doesn't have any different. You do the same and make it very wet. And then you keep it there, just lying on your board. That's a very good moment to explain the exercise for the children and have a discussion, a speech with the children, a conversation about what we will do. So we need some minutes to explain and to talk about the exercise. In the meantime, it will dry a little bit, so the children can start a little bit by doing this. Take away the water, it's too much. You can even turn it around again. And when it is quite flat, you give the children a towel, or you do it in the first lessons by yourself. You go around, you can look at all the papers of the children. And it's important, press a little bit and dry it. So we dry the paper. It's important to have no water here, because if it dries afterwards, you can have the water coming up to the painting. Okay. The sponge, one of the children can take all the sponge from the class, because there should not be any color on it. So we put it away. And these we can just dry, there's only water on it. We dry this brush. About the brush stroke, how to use the brush. It can be done in different ways. I experience the next way of painting is very fruitful. I just take and open vermilion red to demonstrate. In these jars you have about 1/5 paint and 4/5 parts water. So it is quite strong. In the kindergarten they learn already, if you go with the brush in the paint, you clean your feet, or you make a nice song about it. We clean our feet if we go to the painting. So I have just a little bit paint on it. As you see, I connect all the strokes to each other. You can even see that at the end of my stroke, the most of the paint is there. So you take that away. This is for children not easy to do. You really have to learn it. And then you build up a patch. Because in the painting we work with color patch. I will explain later in the course. You will see 4 other ways of painting. Young children paint, and some adults too, or teachers, in an unconscious way. They start painting this way. Like form drawing. Or some like this one. Or in this way. Or even they start painting this way. And very popular is this one. So we have to be aware as teachers that we try from the beginning to build up a color patch. For some children and adults it can be a long way to learn to doing in this way. If you go to another color, we have to clean the brush and take out the water, often dirty water, in this way. If the water is very dirty, you just let the children clean it. So this is about the materials we need. Next time we go to the backgrounds of painting. Why are we painting with children?